Hey everybody, welcome back to another Let's Play summer streamy thing on the channel. Today I'm playing Crash Team Racing for the Nintendo Switch. What would I also be playing it on? The Nintendo Switch. This is a game that came out in late June? Late June? And I've been playing it quite a bit actually. Now when you're seeing this, I'm recording it a little bit before in time, so you might be able to see that the Grand Prix that is currently on isn't currently on in the game, but I'm going to play it. All right, it's what we're going to do. Crash Team Racing, pretty decent port for the most part on the Switch. Load times are absolutely disgraceful. I'm sorry, but the load times in this thing, oh, they are terrible. Yeah, Crash Team Racing. I don't know if I've streamed this yet in some of my streams. I don't know. You'll have to let me know because I'm from the past. Let me know in the future. Have I streamed this on some of my streams yet? Probably. Anyway, I want to just go over the game a little bit. Adventure. It's the story mode. I've played about 50% of it or something. Local arcade. We can do. It's basically where you can just select what you want. There's different stages there. There's that. Online is basically what it says on the tin, online. I would press A now, but it's going to take a million years for it to load it. Pit stop is, right, before this sounds a little bit scary, don't worry, because it isn't. This sounds scary because it looks like an item shop. Well, not looks like, it is an item shop, but it's all in-game currency, so it's not like you're paying for microtransactions, that sort of thing. It's all what they call Wumpa coins, which you can only get from playing the game. So it's not like you can go on the eShop and buy like 1 million Wumpa coins for £1 million. It's not how it works. So, you know, changes daily. And you can see the little 10% there. 10%, 15%, 5%. They change and update the thing so that more things can happen. Yeah, it's weird. You get more percentages for certain characters. It's very, very interesting. High scores. We'll not go into that because it's just high scores. Grand Prix is sort of like the challenges, so what challenges you have to do. You can see I've done a few here. Power-ups online, that sort of thing. Yeah, for today, I feel like we should go, and not go on an adventure, I think we should go on local arcade, we should go on a cup race, and I'm feeling like doing the Wumpa Cup. It seems like a good place to sort of do this. In terms of characters, a lot of characters, obviously, in the game. But as of right now, I feel like we'll just play as Crash. I know it is Crash Team Racing. You see different outfits. I really like this Crash. I really like his shades there, and his what looks like a very plasticky leather jacket, but very cool nonetheless. Bodies. We'll just go for the standard. Wheels, yeah, pretty much standard as well. Did they say Crash Team Racing? They say Crash Team Racing on them. That's very cool. I kind of like that. What else is it? Oh, that's kind of cool. Kind of like that. And then, because he's so egotistical, we'll have to put Crash's face on the front. Or maybe not. Wait, does it not work? Does stickers not work? There we go. Beautiful. Right, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1. This is basically how Crash Team Racing works. I'll admit, this is what it's going to tell you about now, the let it slide thing. The slide thing it's a bit weird, alright? It's a bit like drifty. You've got to like use one, like you've got to use like the one trigger, and then you've got to like flip over to the other trigger, and then flip over to the other trigger. It's really, really. I don't know how to explain it. It's very complicated is what I'm saying, and it's not as simple as Mario Kart, just drift around a corner, get a speed boost. You have to like do it in threes and build up a meter. It's weird, and it's not one of those things where it's pick up and play. It's very learn it gradually. I think it took me like a good 5 or 6 hours to learn what to do. Again, we have the quick start event, so if I start now I get a little bit of a speed boost. And this is sort of, I think they call it Crash Cove, but it's basically Insanity Beach, which you might remember from last year's summer streams when I heavily streamed Crash Insane Trilogy. Why did I forget the name of that there? And that's sort of like the hub. Well, I say hub world. It's basically the world in which Crash 1 takes place. or a majority of Crash 1 takes place. I know you go to like a big high building where you battle Cortex at the end of it, and you do all the fun stuff. In my opinion, you know, I really did enjoy Crash 1. It took me like 50 or something hours to beat because I suck at it, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, it was a good game. I feel like the boss fight was kind of anticlimactic, to be honest. But you know, good game. Graphically on Switch, yeah, it had a little bit of a downgrade, but it was still, you know, it ran well. Like, it wasn't like there was problems with it. It was still 30 FPS, which, you know, sounds bad when you first talk about it. You know, oh, only 30 FPS on Switch, but it was 30 on everything but PC. So regardless of what Xbox you played it on, if you played it on an original base Xbox, it would be that, you know, initial 30 FPS. If you used it on a base PlayStation 4, it'd be 30 FPS. And I believe, I could be wrong about this, but I'm 90% sure, even if you play it on Xbox One X and Xbox One S or a PlayStation 4 Pro, I believe that it was still 30 FPS. I think there was some like 4K rendering with that, so you know, the game did look just beautiful, and I'll admit it is a very beautiful game when you have it on those systems. You know, the Switch is not going to do that. In fact, I don't even think it aims at HD for portable mode, but it was still, in my opinion, it was still Crash. It's still, you know, all the assets were there. You know, it got the job done. Yes, it wasn't as clean as the 4K version, but it was Crash on the go, and it's the only way, of my knowledge, without a gaming laptop, to play the game, in my opinion, properly on the go. I mean, you know, you can get PSPs, I think, that can run the original PS1, but the remastered version, which is just the better way to play the game. I mean, in my opinion, you know, if you're into retro stuff, get the ones on PS1, play it on a CRT, you'll enjoy it. They're good games, like, they are really good games for the time, but the way that those games save are very weird, and it doesn't logically, if we're not talking about nostalgia or just talking about the cool factor of playing the retro stuff, it doesn't logically make sense to go back. And you know, that's why I think the Insane Trilogy is the best way to go when playing the original 3 games. I really like this map because we can do these like really cool speed boost things, and it's all in like one loop, so you can like drift a lot, which means that you can get a lot of speed very quickly without doing a lot. There is this little bit of annoying in here, this little annoying thing where you've got to like dodge the thingies. You got to dodge the flames for some reason. It in my opinion, it sort of slows everything down. Also, there's a monkey geezer up there. Kind of slows things down there. Kind of makes things a little bit bumpy here. No. You can just run into a wall as well, so that's nice. Again, yeah, here's more of those things. They're not ideal, they're not nice. We don't like them. There we go. Whoosh! 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 Do we have any bombs? Do they work? Pew! How am I missing? How did that not hurt me? I have so many questions. Oh, that's not very nice. You know, I haven't played the Xbox One, PS4 versions. I don't think this is out on PC. Is it out on PC? Oh no, is it out on PC? I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, I've only played the Switch version is what I'm trying to say. And as a Switch owner, I don't feel like I'm missing out, if you know what I mean. Like, what game wasn't good on Switch? There was a game recently come out, it was like a Metroidvania-y type game. Was it called like Bloodlines or Bloodstains or something like that? And it didn't run well on Switch for some reason. I could sort of get the argument maybe you're missing out there, but like, I don't know. Like, when it gets down to the game, the gameplay is exactly the same. Like, I mean, you've been watching this now. There's not been a single frame rate drop, or at least I haven't been able to sense a single frame rate drop in the entire experience so far. You know, maybe some of you people that can tell frame rate could spot a few dips, but like, as far as I'm aware, I don't think I've seen anything. Like, there's not been any slowdown in my opinion, but it is what it is. So, I don't know. I think the game like compresses to about 6 gig on the eShop, which is not too bad for all the content. But that being said, they are having like lots of Grand Prix, which are kind of like seasons, online seasons where you can unlock stuff. And in August, I think in August anyway, that's when Spyro's getting added to the game, and I do like me a bit of Spyro. You know, maybe I'll get the Spyro Reignited trilogy for Switch. I was pretty happy when that got announced. In fact, I made a video like in some time of the year, and it was talking about the Spyro Reignited trilogy, and I think I might have even said in that video it will probably get announced at E3, and I know it was announced at E3, so I kind of called that one. But to be honest, we had so many like online listings for the game, it would be stupid to say Spyro Reignited isn't coming. And after seeing some gameplay, it does look pretty good. Spyro Reignited does look pretty good, and I don't really know what else to say. I have played Spyro on other consoles, so I can talk about it on there. Obviously the resolution isn't as high, but apart from that, when I was looking at the game, I was, you know, seeing smooth, I want to say 60 FPS, I'm not sure. Either way, very, very smooth gameplay. Yeah, you know, it's like, it's just a common thing now, I think, with like third-party games. Everyone's like, oh, how's it going to run on Switch? Is it going to be okay on Switch? You know, and I think what, the two and a bit years we've had the Switch now, have we had a single, well, we have had a few like bad ports, but have we had a terrible, terrible port? Apart from maybe Ark. Okay, Ark, I'll give you Ark. That was a terrible port, but that game doesn't run well on Xbox and PlayStation. So why would it run on Switch? I don't know, but yeah, you know, I think it's time. I think it's time to stop the argument of like, you know, will X thing run on Switch? Which, you know, to be fair, I did make a video like what's going on with Crash for Switch, and seeing this has made me like truly realise how stupid I was to make that video. So I'll take that back. I think it's time to stop the argument of like, will X game run on Switch? You know, because so far 9 times out of 10 they have, and they've run well, obviously with graphical downgrades, because it's just the way it is. But I think it's time to stop the whole will X game run on Switch, because, you know, I don't think we've done too badly out of... Alright, so for some reason the Elgato stopped recording, and I'm back now. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but here is the next race. One thing I've just now literally just learnt while making this video is if you load something in Crash and then you go into the home menu, let's say you wanted to check out maybe, I don't know, a photo on your albums folder, maybe check the eShop, the news app, or something like that, something that isn't starting another game on the Switch's home screen, it's going to start loading in the background. I didn't realise that they did that, or I didn't know that the Switch could do that. Maybe it's a thing that all consoles have been able to do for past 10 years or so, but I never realised that they could do that, and that's a really, really cool thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try and go back to the home menu when it's loading something else, and then we'll go on the home menu for like 10-15 seconds, and then we'll see what it says, see what it looks like, see if it has loaded it. Maybe it was because it had already loaded in that time before I pressed the home button. I don't know, it's happened to me a few times, but like, I've just kind of made the connection in my head now, you know, that it does that. Don't know, not sure really. If you're wondering timescale when I'm recording this, I'm recording it the night I put in final suggestions for Stream Highlights 2. Not Stream Highlights 2, Summer Streams 2. I can't even remember the names of my own things. Aren't I a silly boy? Aren't I a silly boy? Well, almost got a crate. I guarantee I didn't touch that crate there. Whoa. There's a lot of notifications happening in the Discord tonight, which is good because I'll admit the Discord's kind of dead, but Summer Streams 2 is going to be alive and kicking. It's going to be going. We're going to be in there pretty active. Whoosh! There we go. He does his little dance. Yeah. Right. Okay, so I've got some more of those Nitro boys. Got some Wumper coin as well. Okay, it might have to load now. Is it loading now? It's loading now. Okay. So you saw that. It normally takes, as you've seen, a while for it to load. It normally takes like, what, 15 minutes to load? So, well, 15 minutes. 15... Well, not... Why did number 15 even come into my head? It takes about a minute for it to load a part of the game. So, let's just see in about a couple more seconds if it's actually loaded the part quicker or in the background from being suspended from the game. Let me just have a quick look in the news thing. This is the sort of thing you can see. They just announced the Switch Lite. I'm going to have a video on that. I'm not going to talk about my opinions here, but I'm going to talk about that in a video for Summer Streams 2. So you better check that out, otherwise nothing will happen. Anyway, let's see if it loads it. And it's crashed. See, that's loaded it way quicker. Definitely loaded it way quicker. I think. I don't know, maybe I'm being stupid. I'm probably being stupid, but I feel like it does load the game a lot quicker. Or at least loads the game at the same speed when it's suspended. Oh, Crash has just hurt himself really badly there. Alright, so I guess that was the first cup of the game. I don't know, if you want to see me do more of this, then yeah, then do that. I do like Crash Team Racing. I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious. I do like the game. Do I recommend it? Yes, it is a good game, and yeah, that's pretty much it for CTR, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you in another episode